She out of me.
Yo, episode Caesar, come on, dog. You know the episode number. Come on, dog.
279.
Uh, uh, it's actually 284.
Oh, wow.
Caesar, real drunk. Episode 284. We made a podcast back in the building, 5.5 years straight of recording every week or uploading every week, I'll say. Caesar, as you may notice, is back, but Holly's gone. They had to trade places in Ukraine. You know what I mean? Caesar literally, whether you believe Caesar was in Ukraine or not, he was somewhat under fire.
Yes, I did. Yes, I was under fire. There was bullets in the building I was in, and there was police with drones. So
Or soldiers,
there
soldiers.
were soldiers, there were people, there was even a damn one of them big old like military trucks with a big old metal thing on top pulled up. It looked like it was about to go down, and it did, and I was there.
Caesar was shook, daddy. You know what I'm saying?
I was annoyed, and hungry. They don't ever tell you whenever things go down that you should pack a bunch of food because you just get rocked and you're stuck there.
I mean, y'all was way up there. You know what I mean? Y'all could have went and knocked on a door.
I mean, there was definitely some times in my hunger where I was debating on just,
Matches that certain countries didn't advance from. I want to know what Caesar is thinking about as you've had time to recover. You know, how you feeling about, and we've talked about it ourselves, but how you feeling about that Croatia Brazil match? How you feeling about Brazil as a national team currently?
currently I feel like I really hope Neymar sticks to his word and says this was his last one or something. He had made that comment before. I know he probably wants to just play a couple friendlies to pass Pele's record, and then once you do that, he's out of here. I
Is that
think
racist? Is that racist?
Brazil.
It's a little racist if he does that. I feel like it's a
Debatable.
little racist, dude.
I think it's racist for this reason. He supported a president that basically aligns with the same principles as the previous authoritarian dictator that Brazil had, that instituted a policy to make Pele a national treasure so he wouldn't be able to leave the country and he would stay popularity to stay in office. That's why. Because at the time Pele wasn't allowed to go overseas to play in Europe because the authoritarian president, whatever leader, made him a national treasure so he couldn't leave the country. So I feel like Bolsonaro would have pulled something like that too. I wouldn't be surprised at all. The military government. So
I'll say it's racist for this reason. Dog, like you can break the record if you won a World Cup too. Dude. Like Pele won World Cups. If
just
Brazil
scoring
won,
goals, though.
if the yeah, but sorry, dude. Like if Brazil won this World Cup, yeah, break the record. You won the World Cup. But if you're gonna lose these two World Cups, dog, and then just like go score a goal in a friendly and break the record, that's lame, yo. Like at least Pele
I
has
hope I hope he breaks the record playing like playing like Vatican City.
like that's so lame, dude. Like I'd rather you do it while you're actually achieving something great, but doing it and like
What about Copa America? Would that count?
did they even have Copa America when Pele was playing? They probably didn't.
I don't know.
Like at least
Qualifiers?
if your 70 something goals or 80 goals you'll probably get had a lift and a trophy in it, that would have been nice. But
Hey, the only time Brazil was successful when he wasn't playing.
yeah, they
And the
won.
only time he really popped off was in a goddamn U21 tournament in the Olympics.
Yeah, when they won the Copa America, he was injured.
I remember they were conning him when he went to the Olympic team. I'm like, damn, that's kind of goofy.
Anyway,
In
good.
Brazil, we used to say we used to we'd be like, yeah, we don't care about the Olympics at all. Like he made it like a campaign for us to care about it. Like we never cared
Rob
about
Marquinhos, like stop, dude.
yeah. But anyways, about I think it was a really bad spell for Brazil. I think that Brazil, it started off a little dicey with the injuries, but they got to that place and they got to play the game. They did have, players to be able to win, but it looked like they were suffering a little bit of that like post injury Kobe thing where people are still kind of enamored by him and passing him the ball and trying to make it happen and counting on him. Also, one thing I did notice, I remember watching the game, his Neymar was super deep. He was once again grabbing the ball before the half line. And if he's not going to have the pace or whatever, granted, he got to redeem. He's going to get points from everybody because he scored that late goal.
Yeah.
And he did. And that things would have been different if Brazil didn't have a lapse defensively. And they did. Like Brazil was like Fred was kind of wilding a little bit at the end. I was like, hey man, like slow down, big dog. Like it's too much fire burst. Like slow down. That's why when I saw Fred coming on in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I'm not trying to diss Fred because I wanted Casemiro to come off. I was hoping Guimaraes would come in. Guimaraes is kind of more of like he seems to be more of like a holding, but like Fred is like a good defensive player, but he's also kind of fast and stuff like that too, and trying to do all that. So
don't hate on Fred, dog. Come on now.
I'm not trying to hate on Fred, but he was kind of wild.
I mean, yeah, he got too. He
can get the hate if he makes a mistake, though.
Yeah, he got up too far the pitch, and honestly, like I think that this too. Like when you're playing, you can get excited, like oh damn, like this might happen, okay, like when I was seeing the media analysis after the game, like why are you getting up that? Like why are you getting up like that? 1-0 is never a given. Like I don't blame them so much for wanting to score a second goal, but I do think it's a mistake for somebody like Fred to be getting up there. That's where you need that person to be like that when you see him going, Fred, you gotta do like I Am Legend. Fred, are you real? Like get back here.
Let's keep it real. I don't think a lot of people are doing this, but I have no problem being critical. I've kind of had a little bit of issues with Chichi this World Cup and some of his tactics. I think he will, for every 5 decisions he makes, 2 of them I disagree with consistently. And maybe in this one, those 2 were massively impactful. I think he was being kind of goofy on subs. Like, I did not like Vinicius for Rodrigo straight swap. Unnecessary. There's no call for it. There's no reason for it. If anything, let's keep it real. He has like this obsession, the teammate's obsession to make Rafinha score out there. Oh, I don't know what the obsession with having Rafinha in the field was. I'm sorry. Put Rodrigo on the right side of the field. He plays consistently on the right side of the field for the biggest club in the world. Rafinha is consistently trying to get time for his own club. Like he's in a battle to try to get minutes. So I don't think that was a good sub at all. Vinicius, and you can't tell me Vinicius tired. I never seen Vinicius tired for real. I'm sorry. He might have been, unless he said something. No, he didn't. I'm pretty sure he looked fine.
I don't know why. Like the Rafinha thing was weird. I feel like
it was a weird. So I saw your. I was like,
I just don't.
I was very surprised to see that 20 come up on the board.
I just don't. With Rafinha, I'm like, I don't think Rafinha has done anything in his career to start every match. Like
and for Brazil, Bam. Yeah, for Brazil,
like. In my opinion, although obviously Rodrigo's younger, I feel like Rodrigo's done more in his career to at least start one match. Like, at least one match, like, let Rafinha be the sub. Because, I mean, the only thing I can see is, like, oh, just because he plays for Barcelona. But I'm like, dog, like,
he played for
Rafinha was playing in France. He went to Leeds, and he plays for Barcelona. He barely plays, and he has not impressed with Barcelona. He's kind of a dub, really.
Rafinha... I know a lot of people rave, including myself. I've seen what he can do. He's capable of. Like he's athletic. He can get it cracking. But let's keep it real. I like him because he's like a new Douglas Costa for us. It's fun. Here comes this guy, and I think off the bench. I think off the bench, Rafinha is dirty. Like I don't want to see that guy coming in the game. You know what I mean? Like 68 minutes in, I'm like, come on, dog.
I like him more than Anthony for sure.
Yeah, me too.
I think Anthony's kind of whatever, dog. I'm like looking at Anthony. I'm like, damn, where's he gonna go on loan?
Although he did do more than Rafinha, which is insane to me. I remember Rafinha came into Anthony came in the game. I was like, at least he's doing a little more. But Anthony, it's gonna be 3 back passes and then like horrible shots. I'm like, it's just not working, dog.
Rafinha is definitely like stronger, but for sure, I'm looking at Rafinha. I'm like, you don't have to like when you look at France, they have like the same lineup basically every match, at least the front four.
Dembele, Mbappe,
Dembele,
Giroud,
Mbappe,
Dembele, Mbappe, Giroud every week.
and Griezmann. Like
And they
they're
have players on the bench that are really good, like
yeah, but
Cornet and all them. Yeah,
those four are starting. But for sure, and I understand that Chichi kind of wants to do that. Vinicius, what's his name? Vinicius,
Vinicius, Richarlison,
Richarlison,
and Rafinha.
Rafinha, Neymar. I get it, but like Rafinha is the odd man out, dude. I'm like, Rodrigo's done a lot in his career, dude. Like, let Rodrigo start with the matches.
And also because of what he has to deal with on Real Madrid, the ball doesn't go majority of the time on the right side of the field for Real Madrid. It goes a lot on the left side. I think Rodrigo's very comfortable and aware of knowing pockets and when he can be implemented in the game.
Yes, great.
Rafinha, it looks like every time the ball there, I feel this anxiety watching him that he's gonna try to do something. Like maybe this is not the play. Like let's rotate back. Let's make this happen, dog. Chill.
That's all left-footed players are like that on the wing.
It makes me so uncomfortable. I'm like, you don't have to run deep into the abyss, but because you have a left foot, you can't do like Vinicius and just throw it in there. It has to be like a weird angle, or you're obviously going to come back. And if not, it's going to be a left-footed cross from the right side, which sucks to get a header off of. It's such a weird angle to come to you.
I really just hate left-footed players, but like, honestly,
who wants the ball? Who's running this way and wants the ball to travel in a curve behind them into the way they're going to head in? That's so rough. I hate those, dog. Like, it goes into my blind spot. I don't like.
It's dumb. I think if I was going to criticize Chichi, which I think would be my only real criticism of the tournament, not necessarily that match, is that I don't think Rafinha needs to start every match. I feel like you put Rodrigo in, and like you said about Rodrigo plays at Real Madrid where they push that on the left. Vinicius is like the playmaker from that left.
So he was a playmaker for Brazil too. He was making things happen. The Richarlison mega goal that everybody loved, that's because of Vinicius Jr.
Exactly. Rodrigo knows how to pick his spots. Rafinha is definitely just a left-footed right winger who wants to get inside and curl a shot in. And he's like, I don't hate him, but like, even like when he went to Barcelona, I'm like, there's a lot of hype and like, it's not that serious. Like, he's not a bad player, but it ain't like that. And I feel like Rodrigo's done a lot to at least get one start, dude. Like, I don't care how young he is. Like, let him get out there because he knows how. Like, Rodrigo
is a champion.
Yeah, and he's like a smart player. You know what I mean? Like, I like him.
He scored game-winning goals for Real Madrid. Like, he's a winner, dog. He knows how to win.
Yeah,
like, for real.
So yeah, I mean,
Rafinha to me is like he's a certified like top club starter. Like he can start at a Valencia. He can start at clubs like that. But I'm not saying he has not proven to take the spot over at Barcelona. Like Dembele, you watch him, I'm like, Dembele's really good. Like there's levels to it,
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. I do feel like Brazil, I think Neymar was hurt still.
Yeah, I think that he was hurt. I think
they weren't getting the best out of him, but I think if there was anything, it's hard to say because they were winning late and they lost on penalties. But if there's anything I could say about Brazil, I just feel like, and we talked about it on the phone, like they don't have that guy that can really rally them. And I think that maybe they could, but I just feel like Neymar doesn't respond to that. Like Neymar's not that guy you can be like, yo, come on, let's do it. And if he's not going to respond to it, that doesn't let the team like, and maybe he could respond to it if somebody was like gonna be like, nah, dude, like you too. Like, I don't care if we're not gonna be friends after this. You know what I mean? Like, I need you to do this too, But he's a superstar, and that's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's gonna yell at Messi. Nobody's gonna yell at Ronaldo. Nobody's gonna yell at what's his name? Neymar. Ronaldo, I don't think you need to yell at him. But and Messi, like Messi's good enough. You don't really need to yell at Messi. Like, whatever. Like, he's gonna, if he gets the ball, he's gonna make something happen. Neymar is shown to be a bit fragile, and it's unfortunate because Brazil has such a good team, and this was their tournament to win, and at the very least, not go out in the round of 16 to Croatia.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that Brazil doesn't seem to have that like talisman right now, and like that centerpiece of like where you're going to get guaranteed consistency from up in terms of scoring right now and at least creating chance. Like Croatia has Modric, like no matter what, like Modric can be that guy. And even when we played Croatia, I was always biting my nails, thinking Croatia was thinking Modric was gonna shoot one of them swerve shots. Every time I'm like, please don't do it, please, 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 it's gonna go in. Don't do it. And they were doing a good job on him defensively. I was like, oh, thank the Lord, like it's happening. But yeah, it just once again it's tough because they did go to PKs. And anybody in Twitter talking about need to practice PKs, just like
No, stop it,
when I read that stuff, I'm like, I really don't think you know what you're talking about. I really saw that from legit journalists that we know. I was like, that's crazy because everybody knows that PKs aren't a practice situation because it's like a clutch situation. It's more of a mentality. It's more and it's more about honestly just being gangster. You just got to be gangster about it, okay?
Yeah. I can imagine while you're
like
playing,
everybody knows how to shoot a ball to
exactly.
18 feet away. Like it's not about practicing shooting the ball 18 feet away.
No, it's not. Like I can imagine when you're playing, the goal is big, but as soon as you get that penalty, that shit starts shrinking, dog. Like that goal
it's the players that don't see it shrinking.
Exactly.
It's the players that when they see the big guy, they see the holes that are bigger, like on the side. That's why they do the Panenka or they like or like Balotelli. Well, one he'll just walk up and kick it lightly, and the next one he'll boom it 100 miles an hour because they just know, like they can they know what to do.
Yeah, because like you don't need to practice a penalty. You're a professional player. You're practicing.
You can't replicate it in practice.
You're practicing shooting all the time. So it's not like you can't hit the upper corner of the goal. Like, of course, every single player can do that. No. But it's like,
goalies do it?
Yeah, exactly. Literally, the goalies do it. And
they do it in their drills. They take penalties against each other in their own solo practices.
Of course. And they literally can. I'm sure every single goalie that's on that level can like put in a beautiful free kick, in practice, But in the game they're gonna boot it over. But like, practicing penalty, that's ridiculous. Rodrigo missed, Rodrigo's goal.
Rodrigo got off the crossbar, right?
No, Rodrigo got saved and Marquinhos hit off the crossbar.
Marquinhos crossbar.
Yeah, and even like I did feel like Neymar should have stepped up after Rodrigo missed. But that's happened to players.
Preset. I thought those are preset.
No, they're not. They're not.
Okay.
He could have taken one.
I don't believe in having your best guy go fifth. I think that
honestly, I think they should go first.
I think they should go first. I think it's more important to set the tone.
Exactly.
I think it's important about setting the tone because, like, look, everyone, including myself, felt deflated when Rodrigo save. It's just an instant feeling, like no matter what. Because now it's like now it's 100% on Alisson to save our lives, and it's like he doesn't. So it's like, oh my Lord, like we're just praying for a save, and then and then we got one, and it's like, oh, now here goes now Marquinhos. It's like great, our center back is our fourth kick. Like I'm sorry, dog. It's just it's too much. It's too much to do.
Yeah, and honestly, like.
You gotta put your best forward. You gotta put your best forward.
Yeah, I think it's about setting the tone.
And then also, you just put it on your keeper. Like, get one for us, dog. Just get one for us.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like when it comes back, like that's the first guy that comes back. Like if it goes through the whole rotation. Yeah. But I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, I mean, yeah. Well, it's unfortunate Brazil lost. I want to talk about Morocco, Portugal a bit. Mostly because two things. One being that I told you so about Gonzalo Ramos. He's really not that guy, but he did have a masturbation video leak. I don't know if you saw it, but his video of him masturbating did leak, and I'll give him some respect for being an ambidextrous baiter.
Like, wow, that's a skill.
You're ambidextrous baiter, and I think a dry baiter. I'm not gonna say like whom, but okay. ambidextrous dry baiter. I'm like, okay. Like when I'm like, okay, I guess you can be a dry baiter.
The switch hand isn't that's okay. The switch.
I'm like, this guy's a
I mean, he
professional.
really just I just hit him with the switch. Okay, wow.
I was
Okay.
like, damn, okay. Like his hand got tired recording. Like, this hand got tired recording, so he had to go to this one. He was like, oh, I'm tired of
My man said I'm in this for a long game. No
yeah,
fatigue issues here.
yeah. I don't know who he was sending it to, but whoever he sent it to definitely
They were impressed.
made it public. But Morocco did beat Portugal 1-0. Portugal had a lot of chances. I think Morocco definitely impressed me. From what I remember, they didn't get tired. Like they were chasing that game a lot. You didn't get to watch this game, I don't think, but
No, I
Morocco,
didn't get to watch
Portugal,
that one.
yeah.
No.
They were chasing hard, and I just was really impressed by Unahi. Unahi, I don't know how to pronounce it. I need to like see it in Arabic. But
It's OUH or something like that, right?
OUNAI.
What a unique name. Is he
OUNAHI. I don't know
what kind of name is that?
well, he's some kind of Berber or Moroccan, but I don't know. I need to see it in Arabic to know like how do you actually pronounce it. But I was really impressed by him, and Portugal had a lot of chances. Morocco's goalie was on his head; he was doing his thing, but I think the real thing was that Gonzalo Ramos, who scored a hat trick in the previous match, was like completely ineffective. Like did not impress at all. And I think it showed that Switzerland was more bad than Portugal was good in that match because they just couldn't make it happen.
No, I agree. I didn't want to be mean about it, but like when I saw Gonzalo Ramos goals, I wasn't like nothing blew me away.
No,
I just thought very Cardi, like, oh, well, you're there in the box and you made it happen. And sometimes you're feeling yourself I'm not trying to be that dude, but I was like, usually when I think of an incredible goal, I think of it something that at my best I could replicate. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I mean, those are standard issue goals. He got lucky. He shot his left leg through that ball and it went in the corner. Like, so when he got this, I was like, he's not gonna drop it in the hattie. Like, I'm sorry, it's not happening.
no.
And yeah, you could just see like it was just, all I saw with the highlights, but you could just see like it wasn't gonna go down like that.
What like I like what you said because I feel like the thing that impressed me from a center forward, like when you can see their athleticism in the goal, like if they had to make a run down and then they get the tap in, or like
or they do that Depay play where like they do that thing fake and then go back over here.
oh,
The ball,
Caesar,
like,
stop it because can't nobody do that. He's the only one that can do that. You need to relax. but like something where like.
Yeah.
Like obviously he plays for Benfica, he scores some goals for Benfica, but the thing that'll make me be like
league in Portugal or some of that.
probably the thing that'll make me be like, oh wow, like if I saw type of goals where I'm like, wow, like he's really athletic, like he's strong, he's got up for a header. Like if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, okay, they got something here. I saw goals, one shot, like he just shot, he got lucky. Other one was a tap in, it was a good cross. And the other one, it was a bad touch that he ended up being able to chip over the goalie. Like, but it wasn't like the Di Maria chip. You know what I mean? It was like, just like the regular thing.
For
like
Falcao?
Can't nobody do that. Relax.
No, but I agree with you. It's like when I watched France today, like things that Giroud does to me, especially these are very impressive. Like even when he has the ball and he gets tackled, I'm like that. Look at like he just got the ball and was able to retain all these dribbles, and he gets tackled. Now it's another free kick moving forward. Like he's moving possession, he's holding the ball up, he's doing header passes. Like that stuff to me, I'm like that's like this is you're integral to the team's success right now.
Ball retention, yeah. Yeah, Gonzalo Ramos was not that guy. He seemed a little Gen Z-ish, a little lazy. Like, and he probably was feeling himself so much after that hat trick. That's probably why he sent that Bader video. he might have actually.
I'm not all the way mad at him for like.
No, I'm not mad about the Bader video.
And he's in Qatar. He's like, I'm bored out here. Goddamn, dog.
Okay, Caesar, I'm not gonna say this. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna say it. So I was like, okay, okay. I was like, I seen something about like him having a sex tape, and I was like, oh damn. Okay, where do you go for that? Twitter. So I went on Twitter to see. I was like, oh, let me find this video, And I'm seeing the videos of, and I feel like I've seen it before, but it's like William Saliba. It's like a French team. Williams, have you seen this? Have you seen it? He's got his phone and he puts it on. I can't tell who it is there on the couch next to him, but naked baiting. And William Saliba's like got his French team clothes on. This dude is sitting here butt naked, baiting it. And then there's like other guys just like chilling. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know what the hell that is, but I need to see some analysis on that.
I love
Like,
Twitter so much for that stuff.
is it a deep fake? I'm like, what is this?
Definitely not a deep fake. I've seen it before too.
Man, I feel like it's old though. But shout out to Gonzalo Ramos. Hopefully you get whatever you had going. Also there was France versus England. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I never thought I never really thought England was going to win, but I'll say this because we've been watching England over the years. France has a better team, but I watched that match and England is looking like a good team these days. Like they're a solid team. I don't feel like they really have anything missing, really. It'll just depend on the competition they have, but based on what's going on with England, I could see them, getting in a World Cup or a Euros final, in the next couple of years. And I'll say this too. I feel like I feel like we both kind of called it. Harry Maguire had a great World Cup. A great World Cup. And I think we both said it. That's a World Cup center back right there. Because he had a great World Cup last time. Great World Cup. Shout out. I might name the podcast after Harry Maguire because he had a great World Cup, dude. Like he's trash in real life when it matters.
We Maguire it.
But I think like that's one thing that stood out for me, and also just that they played some good football. Harry Kane missed that penalty. That's where I seen people talking about like, oh, you got to practice your penalties, whatever. I'm like, dude, he just missed it, dude. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. I always think the World Cup is the breeding ground for big center backs and goalies to look good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Goalies, get all the praise in the whole fucking world during the World Cup. It's like, oh, every goalie's God mode, right? And you got to have them on your team, and then they go in these teams and they give up 400 goals. But
last World Cup, it was Yerry Mina who secured that bag from Barcelona, bag big enough to get himself bleached up.
Got the bag from Barcelona.
Played 2 matches.
And then double bagged it up by going to England, and now he's stuck on the England wages for life. My man made it.
Bleached himself up, too.
He did. The Yerry, big Yerry.
Bleached up.
On a Wednesday. Yeah, so it was just it's inevitable. I thought Maguire was going to play really well as well. I didn't and I think these teams play so inconsistent and poorly offensively that a lot of defenders shine. Even Otamendi looks halfway decent out there just because he gets to be extra physical. Like he just gets to be physical. But put him in a club, he's getting torched everywhere and fouling people.
Yeah, in a club, he's gonna play for Benfica, but like in a World
Cup too.
Yeah, the World Cup is like you're not getting like that intricate football like that. So like, yeah, you're fine.
All you just intercepting passes, you fouling people. Oh, good foul. Like, yeah, I know, Doug.
And clearing stuff with your head, like it's a lot of that.
Standard issue stuff that you learn in grade school soccer.
Okay, Caesar, first of all, I feel like you're hating on center backs a little bit right now. I feel like some center back defender hate from you right now. See, exactly.
It's like it's not impressive if you pop off in a World Cup as a center
back.
Okay.
Well, I feel like you're hating on center backs in general.
No, I don't. You know who center back I hate that I like watching play?
Who?
I like that Lissandro dude. I like watching him.
I kind of like Lissandro too. I think he's good.
I hate it. I hate that I like it. Like I'm like, damn, he's so solid. I love that. I love seeing a good solid center back.
Yeah, I've seen him make some mistakes, but playing for Man U, that's tough. Like Man U sucks.
He's in England. He's solid though.
But he's good, and I like he's very put together. Like he's not like he's not like so frantic.
Yeah, he
like,
always looks like he's like very like stalked. Like
yeah, he
he's
knows
just
what he's
stayed
doing.
there. He's like a brick. He's not when
Mhm.
they run him. He's not like flying anywhere. He's
Exactly.
very physical. Like I'm like that. I mean, he's very confident. That's a good player. He's
Yeah,
confident.
he's a good athlete too.
Yeah, he is.
Um. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I do think. Also, I agree with you. I think England has a lot of potential for the future for sure.
yeah, I can see.
A lot of those guys on there that are popping off are very young.
Yeah, for sure.
And they have a lot of young talent that's coming up too. I am curious to see what's going to happen in terms of what's going to be their nine in the future. I'm very curious. I don't really know. I know
Well,
there's some prospects. Oh my god. There's some prospects and like with that Arsenal has that one kid that got loaned out to Stade Rennais, I think, or something like that, or Balogun or something like that. I don't know his name. He's a baller. Like I know they have some potential talent, but there's players that are more advanced right now that are very young still. That England has a good team moving forward. I don't know what they're going to do the ninth, but they have a lot of talent moving forward
I'll say
and
this.
depth and talent. I mean, too.
Yeah, I'll say this. Harry Kane is 29. He'll be 30 next summer. The way that he plays, I feel like Harry Kane, you can get another good 5 years.
I can see him even at 36, dead
35,
ass.
36
I
for
know.
sure.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. I get he doesn't play a game that requires over athleticism. Like
No.
especially his game, it's like if he's in the right place, he's absolutely lethal. Like that goal he had in the group stage, like he just was right there at the right time and just cranked it. I'm like, yeah, see, dog, like it's you can't leave that man by himself. Absolutely not.
No, that's a bad idea. Harry Kane is one of them guys like he sneaks up on you. And I kind of feel like Giroud's like that too. Giroud is like not some supreme athlete, but he's going to sneak up you. Giroud's a bit more athletic than Harry Kane.
Giroud had that almost goal in Morocco where I was like, oh my God, with the left footed shot across. I was like, see, he may look like he's going 2 miles an hour, but hey, don't let him swing that leg through it, dog. You never know.
And Giroud's a bit more athletic than Harry Kane. Like Giroud will like get in the air and do stuff.
Yeah.
But Harry Kane is more of like he's a drop. He'll drop back.
Harry Kane's like silkier too.
Yeah, he'll drop back and make it happen. He's a great passer. So
and he has more range, like shooting range.
For sure. I'll make this prediction now. I don't know when the next Euros is, but like I can see England in the next Euros final.
Wow, we're gonna be there for 3 Lions.
Yeah, I mean I would not be shocked.
Either they have a good team.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Argentina, Croatia? I mean, I guess we have to. A little bit anyway. I mean, I'll say this. Look, if Argentina's gonna do good, at least it's Julian Alvarez scoring. At least it's Julian.
Because he's from your hood, your favorite team.
River Plate. You know what I mean? So until I find
boys at River Plate,
until I find out they're a fascist team, I'm still rocking with River Plate.
You think they're fascist?
I don't know, but I'm down until I find out. Morocco.
I guess I was sort of not really. I wasn't really cheering for Morocco. Like I'm gonna keep it real bad. I try to muster it in here. I tried to DJ mustard it in here. I'm sorry, Mark. I can't do it, dog.
It's not in my heart. It's not in my heart.
Morocco does a lot of things I don't like.
I'm not.
I can't do it, dog. I can't. I'm sorry.
It's not in my heart to cheer for Morocco. Like, I mean, yeah, I choose stuff politically, but
they were the least African team on the field.
I mean, in some ways, and I'm just like, yeah, it wasn't in my heart. Like,
I'm sorry.
I didn't expect them to win. I figured for sure if France scores early, it's going to be over for Morocco. If France
scores, like an injury, they had that Seiss dude got out early too. Got injured early too. He captain.
He got injured pretty early. I think it was after the first goal though. But I was pretty much like if France scores early, like it's going to be over. They scored in the 5th minute. Theo Hernandez. Morocco had some good chances, but they also seemed a bit tired. They didn't have the same energy they had against Portugal.
Portugal, they were going nuts.
They were going crazy.
You know who looked really tired?
Hakimi didn't look like so.
He looked he looked tired.
But also, you're playing against better players. Like you're playing against a much better team. Griezmann is doing his like Griezmann is like a certified like midfielder, and he's like playing great defense. Konate had a lot of great defensive plays.
He had some really good slide tackles too.
Chouameni had there was a lot of times.
Chouameni's been looking so good this tournament too.
Seriously, there was a lot of times where the Moroccan player is like 1v1 against a French player, and it's just the quality is so much different. Like the French player is getting the ball off Moroccan players 1v1. And when that happens, like I think we've talked about in the past, like if your winger goes 1v1 against a defender and gets the ball taken off him 2 times, he's never going to try it again. Like it's over. Like only Vinicius Jr. will do that. And like maybe Mbappe.
It takes an absolute another level of mental fortitude to keep trying shit. And they really will just start doing pass back merchants. They'll be pass back merchant after that.
Yes,
sure.
literally. So I mean, France just had a way better.
The Morocco player you mentioned is the baller though. Like
Unai.
Number 8. Every time he gets the ball, I'm like, damn, he's so good. Oh my god,
silky. I like him a lot.
I almost cheer him. I'm like, come on, dog, get in there.
He had that shot that was like that almost scored. It was a great curl.
That was a nasty little.
That was nasty. Too. He did have some mistakes this game. I just feel like it was because France was so good. But
and you're trying to do a lot. Exactly. I don't think Morocco. It didn't look like a lot of people were trying to do as much or had as much energy as he had.
No,
and when you have to get risky, it's just gonna get down.
Yeah. I can. The thing I'm gonna like about a midfielder, the thing that's gonna make me notice them is if they're assertive and ambitious. Mm-hmm. You're assertive when you get the ball and you turn around and not just like immediately pass the ball back. And you're ambitious with your passes. Like you're trying to pass. Like I'm gonna try to do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I have to bring up my guy who is also of partial Moroccan descent. I've been watching the World Cup and shit's annoying. But I like turned to BN, like just like I'm like eating. I'm like, oh, what's on BN? Like maybe there's a game. And it happened to be like an old Marseille versus Angers game. And like within like 3 minutes, I just seen Guendouzi do like passes. I'm just like, literally, like this is like what I love about this sport. Like somebody get the ball, turn around, looking, and like do a pass that's like good. So that Unahi guy, he plays for Angers actually, and he's young. I feel like
he should go to a better French team. He's really good.
Yeah, hopefully somebody saw him.
Maybe like Lille or something like that. Go to a better team, dog.
Yeah, hopefully somebody saw him because he's really like one of the midfield commander type players, and really good. And you don't expect. I mean, you don't even see that really in the World Cup. You don't see midfielders playing.
This World Cup wasn't full of players that I was like, oh my god, it was like a lot of the same people. Mm-hmm. So I love spotting a dude. I like the only reason I watch a lot of the group stage matches if people don't want to watch, I get in a little bit of scout mode. I get excited to see what's going on.
Yeah, but it's just rough. It was rough. Dog.
That's why it was fun to see Japan have success because a lot of those players are like, damn, this guy's kind of good. Like I did a lot of Googling on what some of these guys were. I want to see what was up and the Senegal game I did that too. I was like, damn, some of these guys are kind of popping off a little bit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it wasn't in the bag for Morocco. I mean, thank God, too, because I was just so done seeing those jerseys. They were bleeding my eyes from the beginning. It was like, it reminded me of the last World Cup when Senegal was doing good. And I was like, it's just crazy that someone just let them roll out with these YMCA jerseys. Like, it's just not fair. It says a Puma logo on there, but everybody's jersey's 3 sizes too big. The font's faded and it's just down bad. Then they finally pimped them out after they had to win. They had to win the whole goddamn tournament to get a better jersey. So now Marco come in with the Christmas tree kits, and God, those colors clash so bad. Oh my God, bad. It's like a grass green with like this red.
Yeah, literally.
Oh God. And one of them, they gotta adjust one of the colors, like make one lighter, one darker, please, something like it's killing me.
And they were big too. I'm
they were huge. They were like XL, bro.
I'm like, can you fit it? Can you fit them?
To have like skin tight joints. What is that about?
Like I remember like Ivory Coast, like them jerseys is fitted, yo. Like they out here looking.
Yeah, and all them teams like.
Yeah. Every like black African team, they get them jerseys fitted.
Even the Ghana ones wasn't that bad either. It was fitted up too.
Goddamn, Unahi's shit is loose as hell. I'm like, damn.
Cameroon is wearing some company I never heard in my life called like one tree or something, some logo, some company ever, and that was fitting way better. They look good. What's going on here, Morocco?
It's rough, dog.
Puma, it's funny. It is them rocking Puma is like historically hilarious to me.
I mean, literally, I'm like people. I've seen people like, oh, they're waving a Palestine flag. I'm like, dog, you swear, dude. Like Morocco is a country, like, yeah, for sure. The people, yeah, for sure. But like,
I'm not. Yeah,
the country's not
I'm
like
not
that.
on here trying to hate on Moroccan individuals. That's not the case. But LMAO at Morocco, like
No,
ex-Palestine collaboration,
no, dude,
like
no, no.
my friend, if you know anything about this, it's
The
not going down like that,
the
dog.
the country in the region in that well, I'll say the
I
country.
know, I know if a lot of them are like foreigner Moroccans, so like it's a little bit different. Like, you know, it's a little bit different too.
The countries in that region that have been historically like with the business is Algeria for sure and Libya to an extent.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say Libya for sure also, but like whatever, Gaddafi was there and people have issues with him. But Algeria has like historically had issues with Morocco because Morocco being a colonizer of Western Sahara, and Morocco being like, you know, not really being progressive in its foreign policy. But I'm not going to get into all that.